Hello students, hope you are all fine. Today we are starting chapter 3, that is Cultural Heritage of India, Sculpture and Architecture. The meaning of sculpture in simple terms, if we talk about, is about shaping, giving the art of shaping figures and or design with facial expression in round or in relief, professionally performed by a sculptor. Now this person uses chisel and hammer, which is known as sculpture. This is the art of sculpture. Cultural heritage of India, as we have seen the dances, the music, the various culture. Now we are here in this chapter. We are going to see about the sculpture and architecture of India. So, if we talk about the architecture of India, the simple meaning of architecture is the art of construction. The word vastu is used for architecture in Sanskrit language. In reference to constructing, if we see, then the buildings, houses, towns, temples, etc., everything is included in architecture. So now looking at the ancient town planning, if we see at the ancient town planning, it is important because the towns were divided into three sections at that time. Number one, the highest was the fort of rulers. It was on the highest land. Then the house of administrative officers that were situated again on the upper part of the town. The residences of the common people were at the lower part. The fort of the ruler, as I said, it was in the upper part. The upper part had been protected because of the flood or various other factors. It had 2 to 5 rooms. The lower houses, the lower part of the town, with handmade bricks that was constructed. People of Indus Valley civilization have developed many beautiful and systematic towns than many other civilization of the world. From that, we are now considering Mohenjo-daro. So during the excavation work, archaeologists named Rakhaldas Banerjee and Dayaram Sahani in the year 1922, they found out the remains of huge town planning, and under the guidance of Sir John Marshall and Colonel Make in Larkhan district, that is now in Pakistan, they found Mohenjo-daro. The word meaning, if we consider, Mohenjo-daro means heap of dead. uh, Talking about the composition of the whole town, the construction of the town. So the from the point of view of town planning, Mohenjo-daro's town planning was the best. The houses were built on high plains so that they can be protected from flood. The rich people had double storied houses with 5 to 7 rooms, while poor people had single storied room with 2 to 3 single story house with 2 to 3 rooms. The towns were fortified. The main entrance opened on the side lanes and not on the main roads. There were storehouses there, kitchen there, bathroom. Every house we found the remains of such things. Also, roads were the main features in this town planning. The roads were 9.75 meters wide. Small link roads were connected to the major ones at the right angles only. Two main roads were there that crossed each other at right angles. One road passed from east to west and another from north to south. Both crossed each other at right angle. There are also remains that signify that there have been lampposts there. If we talk about the drainage system, it is a unique feature and it has been found nowhere except the island of Crete in Mediterranean Sea. This system was to drain the dirty water out of the town. Each and every house had a cesspit at that time. This means that the people were more concerned about their health and hygiene. If we see for public bath, so a huge public bath was also found. It means that during festivals and religious ceremonies, many people can bath at a single place, and there was a special arrangement for the changing of clothes also. Two huge buildings were also found at Mohenjo-daro. They must have been some town hall or theater or administrative office, or the barrack of such buildings was also found out. So this was the whole town planning of Mohenjo-daro. If in the same manner, if we talk about Harappa, so in 1921, again, Sir John Marshall and Colonel Mackay's leadership, Dayaram Sahani discovered various ancient remains of Indian civilization from Himalayan region, Alamgiri in Meerut, etc., etc. The region of Sapta Sindhu River is a region of our Indian culture. The culture which developed here is known as Indus Valley civilization. Its remains were first found from Harappa. That is why also it is known as Harappan civilization. Copper and stone weapons were made. Many things were found from this region. That is why it is known as Copper Stone Age. Town planning was very much systematic here. Also, remains have been found that people were fond of wearing ornaments. Dholavira, this was also again systematic town planning. It is 2 kilometers away from Dholavira village at Khadir Bait and 140 kilometers away from Bhuj. Archaeological department of Gujarat surveyed the heap of ruins because it was in ruins. Nothing much could be found out. This was taken care of under the guidance of Ravindra Singh Bisht. Remains at Dholavira palaces and main walls of town were painted with white color. Such fortified walls encircling town suggest strong security. The walls were made up of clay, stone, and bricks. Portable water was available here as a proper system of water purification. जो आज तक हमें मॉडर्न एज में देखने नहीं मिलता है वो उस टाइम पीरियड में हमें खुदाई के टाइम पे मिला है. अगर सेम लोथल की बात करें तो लोथल जो है वो धोलका तालुका में अहमदाबाद डिस्ट्रिक्ट के पाया जाता है. इट इज़ 18 किलोमीटर फार फ्रॉम बे ऑफ खम्बात. यहाँ से 3 layers of human habitat were found. A huge dockyard was constructed to facilitate the ships in the time of high tide at lower eastern feature of Lothal. ऐसा डॉकयार्ड, स्टोरेज शॉप एट्सेट्रा ये प्रूफ है कि एक्सपोर्ट और इंपोर्ट उस टाइम पे हुआ करता था. ये सजेस्ट करता है कि लोथल जो है वो एक रिच और प्रॉस्परस पोर्ट करता होगा प्रीवियस टाइम में. ये ना सिर्फ गुजरात के लिए बट पूरे इंडिया के लिए एक प्राइड का मैटर है. सो फॉर टुडे we are concluding till here and we will continue in the next session.